Welcome to another edition of SC Sports Talk. I'm your host Ryan Porter. Today is the 24th of February in the year 2014. And of course, the first thing we're going to get into today is we got to talk about the new AP poll. Top 5 teams have switched around a little bit. Florida Gators now the number 1 team in the nation, with Wichita State being the only undefeated team at second. And at third, you got Arizona. And the Syracuse Orangemen dropped to 4th in the standings after losing 2 straight games to Boston College and Duke last week. And number 5 in the standings is Kansas. Now, I think it's fair. I think Florida should be number 1. Wichita State, because of their record, of course, even though they are undefeated, are number 2. Arizona rightfully number 3, and the Cuse are right to drop down to 4. Kansas, they're perfect too. I also want to get into UNC is now back in the top 25. I'm a UNC fan, of course, so y'all know that. So they are now ranked number 19th in the nation after picking up a big win versus Duke last week, and now are on 10 straight victories. Also, out of the top 25 this week, UCLA, Gonzaga, and UConn all dropped out. And tonight, on Monday night basketball, we got 2 games tonight. Syracuse looks to come back after their 2 losses, and they're playing Maryland at 7 o'clock. And then you got Kansas, the number 5 team in the nation, playing Oklahoma at 9 o'clock. This is SC Sports Talk today. We don't have a guest today, so we're just going to get right into the NBA. And officially, Glenn Big Baby Davis has now signed with the Los Angeles Clippers. That'll give him a pretty good help. He's been averaging about 12 points a game this season. And tonight on NBA, I'm going to go ahead and make some picks tonight. We have the Milwaukee Bucks playing Philadelphia 76ers at 7 o'clock tonight. And I'm going to go ahead and take the 76ers in that game. I think they're going to have a good game. It will be cool to see Danny Granger in the court with them, and I'll like to see how they play, and I'm going to pick them over the Bucks. We also have the Golden State Warriors versus the Detroit Pistons at 7:30, and I'm going to take the Warriors in that game. Can't go wrong with Curry. We also have the Mavericks versus the Knicks at 7:30, and I'm going to take the Mavericks in that game. And at 8 o'clock, we have the Los Angeles Clippers with newly signed Big Baby versus the Pelicans. And in that game, I'm going to take the Clippers. And the last game of the night, we got the Boston Celtics versus the Utah Jazz. And in that game, I'm going to take the Utah Jazz over Boston. And now I want to get into a couple things we got. Clowney at the Combine today, he ran an official 4.53, which is great. I was actually surprised. Thought he probably would have ran the 4.6s, maybe 4.7, but that shows a little bit. It shows he's a little bit faster than we might have expected. That's good. It's good for his draft. Maybe might end up getting the number 1 pick, but we still have no idea. It's a toss-up between him and Manziel, I'm thinking. And honestly, I don't talk about the Combine much because I think it's a joke. It just shows nothing really. It's just showing little stats. There's not a game going on. You can see best from what these kids did in college and their games, and that's how you gotta judge your players and how you draft. And I also want to announce that Ron Washington got extended his contract through 2015. And on Tuesday, the Yankees are going to play Florida State and Heisman Trophy winner Jameis Winston. That'll be interesting, and I'm sure Yankees will win, even though it's an exhibition game. And I will be right back, and I'm going to announce my current NBA Mount Rushmore players, and I'll have a discussion with that. Sports Talk. I'm Ryan Porter. I'm still here with y'all, and we're going to discuss my current Mount Rushmore NBA top players. Of course, my number 1 Mount Rushmore player is going to be LeBron James. I wanted to pause for a second just because I wanted to show you there is no discussion on that. LeBron James is the best player. He is the reigning world champion, reigning MVP. There's nothing that can go wrong with him. If he doesn't win it this year, he might not be the number 1 player no more. It might be Durant. It might be someone else. And speaking of Durant, he is my second current Mount Rushmore NBA player. He's having a great season so far. I think he's doing really good. He's the number 2 player in the world. And then my third, I have CP3 with all the things he does for his organization and how great of a player he is. He has to be up there on the list. And my fourth player was a little bit of a tough one for me. But considering what he did last year in the playoffs and how great of a player he has been and how he stepped up and he is now a superstar in the NBA, I did choose Paul George from the Indiana Pacers as my fourth NBA Mount Rushmore current player. And that is all we have today. It's a little short show for SC Sports Talk. I will be back with you later in the week, and then we do have a big thing coming up this weekend. I will have a current college football player on the show to talk about some college football, and I'm not going to announce who it is, but you guys will see. Tune in, please, this weekend, and tune in and check up the new updates on our site daily. And I'm Ryan Porter for SC Sports Talk. Everybody have a great